Miya stared at his messages from you. In fact, there was nothing at all from you. It seemed like you just walked off the face of the earth in a week. You had a sudden school transfer all the way back to America. You stopped calling, texting, you completely left him. You two fell out, but Miya's mind always wondered what happened to you. Over the course of the 2 years, he still wondered. Now, 15, in his second year of high school, he still wondered. But his wondering would come to a clear end. As quickly and suddenly as you left, you were back. You transferred into the same high school as Miya. You were back from America to Japan again. It felt like the world slowed for Miya in that instant when he saw you again. Your figure slightly matured since he last saw, voice ever so slightly changed as well. Go ahead, introduce yourself. The teacher tapped your shoulder, and you looked up. Your eyes met with Miya's green ones almost immediately. I'm Lyn. Nice to meet you. There were a few murmurs and whispers about you being a foreigner. Some girls seemed genuinely interested to be friends, and some guys eyed you. No ill intention, but with interest. The only person in shock was Miya himself. His shock turned into panic when you were seated next to him. You walked over to him and locked eyes before you sat down. Hi, Miya. Your voice came out with a slight shake. Miya stared at you in clear disbelief. After 2 years of hearing nothing from you, you just showed up out of nowhere, just like how you left without a trace. Hi, Wyan. His voice was but a whisper, only meant for you to hear in that moment. You sat down, and Miya's heart felt like it was doing cartwheels inside of him with how hard it was beating. He feared that you'd be able to hear the beating of his heart, his thoughts, to know what was going on with his feelings. His blush was already plainly visible, a pink color dusted across his cheeks and nose of his face. He stared at you, but kept it discreet as to not draw attention. The lesson continued as normal, but Miya wasn't focused on it. For the first time in his life, he finally found something more important than his grades. You. He watched you take notes, doodle occasionally. He missed you. It was plainly obvious by how he stared. He wanted to talk to you, but he knew that now wasn't the time. He had all day to talk to you. I have all day. Don't get worked up. He wasn't even mad that you cut him off and fell out without so much as a trace. He saw you again, and he would do whatever it took to get you back. You were his best friend. You were much more than that to him. If anything, he loved you more than you could ever imagine. He'd do whatever it took to get you back. Hi everyone, thank you for listening. So I ran into a problem that I haven't seen in like over years, like a year, 2 maybe. I recorded this video and then it wouldn't let me click on it, so I was so confused. And so I exited out, which I now remember when I click back on, it deletes my recording. So that was very nostalgic. I completely forgot that happens sometimes. So I wasn't too mad that I was gonna have to re-record it, because every time I do, it always ends up either better than the first time or not so much, but I'm pretty sure most of the time it ended up better. So yeah, anyways, hope you enjoyed this video. Have an amazing morning, have an amazing afternoon, have an amazing evening whenever you're listening to this, and I will see you guys in a few hours with the awesome one. Thank you for listening. Goodbye, everyone.